Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Reservations for One with Bills. I am Bills. Back with another episode. What's this? We still in August. This is the last week of August. It's the last week of August. Damn, this month definitely flew. August was definitely a good month. I say it and I say it again, man. This is a classic summer. Shout out to Augusto. Was this? I think this month was named. Is this one of the made up months? I know it was named after I think like Augustus or Julius Caesar. I think July is Julius and Augustus is August. Whatever it was, but shout out to August, man. This been a real good month. But I just and you know what I realized the other day? Like yo, we are so far into the future. Like we are literally in the future right now. Like with everything that's happening. I was watching a 5 year old kid, 5 6 year old had to be no older than that, flying a drone on a block party, and I'm like, yo, this kid, a 5 year old kid, is using military equipment for his everyday life. A drone, he just getting footage. Like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, a drone was like so advanced in technology, and now kids play with them. Like that's how far in the future we are. It's like I can't even begin to fathom what the next 10 years is going to look like, especially with AI speeding up the process, especially with advancements in medical. I feel like people about to start living to like 200 years old. Like if you, they going to start giving people robotic fucking parts. Like I seen somewhere that a guy was living for 2 years with a fake heart in his body, like a mechanical heart, before he got a heart transplant. And they say he was still working out, doing everything. And I felt like that was just a test to see, because why, if you could live with a fake heart, why would you get a real one again? You'd be like, no, I think I live forever. I feel like they did that just to test if it, like he was a test subject, because rich people want to live forever. They gonna be like, yo, fuck that. Take my heart out. Give me some mechanical one, a battery powered one that lasts for 100 years. I want to live till I'm 250 years old. People gonna like all this. Just think about this, like all the stuff that you seen in movies. That's technology that we got now. I feel like people gonna be have replace all their body parts with mechanical parts and robotic parts, and just have their brain and their neck, their head, and all consciousness, and motherfuckers gonna want to live to like 250 years old, because before, like, you know, your name will live forever, that's how you live forever. But it's too hard to do anything catastrophic or great or even evil enough for people to remember you, because the era we live in right now, information spreads so fast, and so much of it, somebody could do something so crazy and drastic, and then 2 hours later somebody else do something as crazy or drastic, and that person is forgotten about. So I feel like your name living forever is too hard, and now rich people gonna be like, yo, I want to live forever now, like make me a robot. Because I think in the future, like with advancements in technology, people gonna start living to like 400 or 500 years old too. But life ain't gonna really mean nothing by then, because you did so much of it. I feel like life purpose means so much is because it's only a short span of time you here, and there's only so much you could do. Because look, even now, we people living to like 100 and living to like 100 and shit like that, 80 normally still functioning. Thousands of years ago, motherfuckers was living to 30. You would be 25 years old and the king of going to war of a whole kingdom, and now you die. Now your son that's 14, he the king. Like, oh, your father died. You 14 years old, but you the king. Now you gotta lead us. That motherfucker dying at 20. You feel me? That's why their lives meant so much, because it was so short and impactful. And because I'm trying to think, in 100 years from now, who I think would be remembered? Only like Beyonce, Jay Z, Bad Bunny, Drake. Like, you gotta be to be remembered for 100 years. you gotta be some work. You feel me? You gotta put some work in. You feel me? Because it's mad people that was mad hot. Like think about this. Like think about your favorite player in any sport that when you was a kid, he was the man, and now nobody barely even talk about him. You feel me? If you're not the best, you don't even exist in like in the field no more. So now people are gonna be like, fuck that. I just want to live a long time. So I definitely feel like that. Speaking of that too, I was thinking about like I was watching like some '80s movies, '90s, '80s, early '90s, late '80s movies. And look, Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas is so underrated. I feel like he was the man in the '80s. He had fucking a crazy run. From Fatal Attraction came out late '80s. Wall Street came out on fire. Then he had Falling Down and Basic Instinct 92, 93 back to back. Putting on. A Perfect Murder. Then when he was 60, he married a joint that was 40, married a younger joint, had some kids by her. You feel me? It's like my son Michael Douglas really, really was the man, and he barely get talked about nowadays. Like everybody respect him, yeah, but I feel like he don't get as much respect as like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and I feel like they all around the same age, and he was putting work in. Because I agree that he's not as big as them or wasn't as good as them in acting, but my son was a big dog, but he just was never the top dog. But that's crazy, like how much people be having a run and just don't be the top dog. Because I feel like he kind of like remind me of like maybe like Jake Gyllenhaal right now or Matthew McConaughey, one of them, where it's like, yeah, y'all the big dogs, but you're not the big dog. You feel me? And so I feel like he don't get as much credit as he deserve. But so shout out my son Michael Douglas. Why was I? Oh, not Michael Douglas though. I've seen Richard Gere. I was watching a show called The Agency. I like The Agency. The Agency is alright. You feel me? It's cool. It's a cool show. I like The Agency. What else I've been watching? Started watching Your Friends and Neighbors. That's one of the best shows I've seen in a minute. Your Friends and Neighbors. I like that one. I watched the Silver Surfer movie again, and I kind of didn't like Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. And after I watched it again, you feel me? I'm just a Marvel fanboy, so when I first watched it, I'm like, yeah, I love this. But I kind of, it just felt like he was giving off Joel, trying to save Ellie again. It was just like, he was kind of exactly like the same exact person as watching The Last of Us. But shout out my son. My son definitely do. He get busy. He get busy, so I ain't trying to front on him. But I just felt like they could have went with somebody else for Mr. Fantastic. He just didn't even seem like a stretchy, like he just didn't fit the part to me. You feel me? He's a great actor though, and but I think they should have went with like Matthew McConaughey, and then had Anne Hathaway be his wife, so it could have been like a playoff Interstellar. You feel me? Like he went and saved her, and now they in this universe. You feel me? So I feel like that would have just went over crazy. So definitely that should have happened. What else I saw? Oh, I saw the Spike Lee movie. Shout out to Spike Lee and Denzel. You feel me? Go check it out. Definitely go check that out. What else been happening? Oh man, I forgot how hard it was to break up with somebody. Like I haven't had the privilege of breaking up with somebody in so long that I forgot how hard it was. Because one of my sons is trying to break up, and it is like, it's like, bro, like don't come around. That's another thing. Don't be around nobody on your phone. All right, that's one. Unless you put it on speakerphone, because I gotta hear what you saying. I want to hear what the other person's saying too. I gotta hear both sides of the argument. So don't come around people if you're not gonna argue, if you ain't gonna put it on speakerphone. But yeah, my son arguing with his joint. He like, yo, I'm done with her. I'm trying to break up with her. I'm like, damn, like, how long you been trying to break up with her? He said, yo, I've been trying to break up with her for 2 months. I'm like, what happened? He's like, oh, she cried, go back over there. She start making me feel like I'm doing something wrong and this, then I'll be back for a week, and then I'll come back to my senses. And I was just like, yo, it was giving me PTSD. Like, it is, breaking up with somebody is the hardest thing to do. No matter what the reason is. Because I remember I was breaking up with a girl because I'm like, nah, She ain't no good for me. I'm just leaving her. And then that was even hard to do. Then I'm breaking up with girls because they too good for me. Like, nah, they too good for me. She too good for me. She don't deserve what I'm gonna do. And then that was hard to do. It's like breaking up is really one of the hardest things to do. And then in the end, you just regret it. You feel me? Because I always say like I wish I was still with all my exes at the same exact time. You feel me? Just like one big relationship that only I know I'm in. But yeah, breaking up is really, really crazy. Well, it's been a quick episode of Reservations for One with Bills. Make sure y'all go check out Saturday.com. Check out some of the new merch. I got the cowboy shirt on right now. It's like we just dropped this. We got this in brown. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the podcast. You feel me? Like and subscribe on YouTube. If you're going through your girl phone, checking her text messages, when you finish looking at her Instagram, open up her YouTube, subscribe to the podcast. You feel me? Follow us on Twitter at Saturday B Billions is my personal, B Billions one on YouTube and Twitch. Saturday on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm Sad Pit on Instagram and TikTok. I am out.